All right. Hey everyone, welcome to hello. The live stream. Good to see you all. This is the live stream Laughs for Leukemia, where we are raising awareness for childhood cancer with fundraising efforts for St. Jude. So I'm very happy to be part of this whole live stream today to help raise awareness. So click the link in the description for ways to donate. Anything you can give will be super helpful. But to do that, or I guess along with that, we're going to be racing a NASCAR Heat 5. This is something I have not done in a long time. it's been very long since I've raced in any NASCAR game. As you know, I've moved, and since then I haven't really had a chance to set up the sim rig that I got here. So excited to do that today and just chat some NASCAR with you all. So good to see everybody. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. We can chat some NASCAR news. Obviously, as you all know, I have some big announcements tomorrow. So I guess kind of teasing those announcements. Ooh, super fun. Yeah, I forget what a throwback this game is. I played it yesterday just to test the setup, and I was like, oh, wow, there's drivers in places that I totally forgot about. So yeah, it's like, yeah, Brad in the 2. What an era. Dom, hello, good to see you. Good to see you. Should probably promote that we are live right now on Twitter. You all know what it is. But good to see everyone popping in the chat. Take a selfie with the setup. There we go. You guys know it's selfie time. Beautiful. Awesome. I should probably race as Joey Logano, right? I mean, he just won the championship. Like, I feel like I should. Zach, hello, good to see you. Let me promote that we are live on Twitter. I should have had something pre-scheduled. Didn't do that. That's on me. I blame only myself for that. But love to see you all rolling into the chat. Again, this is the Laps for Leukemia live stream where we are raising awareness for childhood cancer. Links in the description to ways you can give and donate. I want to thank Murph Turn 2 for putting this all together on Twitter. It's a whole week of creators just racing in Heat 5, iRacing, whatever it is. Very excited. So I will say I was practicing on the Roval yesterday and I felt really good about it. So I should race as Bowman, maybe, who knows. Hello. Where are we racing? I think I have to do the Roval, I think, first. Also, this chat box is so small and I can't see anything. So I love that. I'll try to read the comments as best I can. If not, then I will have to stop and like reassess the comment section. But yeah, let's race at the Roval. I did this yesterday and I loved it and it was so fun. I don't know why the Roval is my favorite track to race at. I think you have that perfect mix of just like normal racetrack with a mix of road course in there. I got a pretty good lap time yesterday, so hopefully we can do it. So I can talk along the way. I won't be doing a whole lot of shifting, so that's fine. Yeah, Roval is my favorite. A lot of people don't like it, and I get it. I really do. But yeah, good to see you in here, by the way. Okay, I should run Auto Club. I will have to run Kentucky Speedway at some point. I have to. I feel like obligated. All right, let's just practice. Let's see how it goes. If anything, I will try to get. It's like this is the first time streaming in this new setup, so I'm trying to figure out like where's the best way to view comments. How should I do that? I'll probably have like some of the comment section up on my phone so I can like kind of like read. Have your favorite track is Las Vegas or Chicagoland? Not bad in this game. Yeah. All right. Let's do it. But this is a good test to kind of figure out like feature setup, what I need to do just to make it work. Auto Club is third favorite. Yeah, Auto Club, rest easy. Sweet Auto Club. Let's start practice. I'm pressing start practice and we're not starting practice. Very interesting. Technical difficulty. Sorry, everybody. Let's figure out what's going on. Might have to plug the wheel back in. Let's chat while we're waiting on this, shall we? I swear to you, we tested this all out yesterday. It was working wonderfully. So things we love to see. But yeah, let's chat. Run New Hampshire, Taylor. I have a list of tracks. So I'll like add to my phone for what we should run. Beautiful. Got the wheel back plugged in. Should all be good to go. Perfect. All right, we got it. We got it. Cool, cool, cool. I failed tech. Yeah, that's the thing. I failed tech. How can I get involved in running last for this cause? Can you send me an info? Yeah, I'll definitely send you info after tonight. I'll send you the fundraising link, and what to do. But yeah, this is a great way to raise awareness, and it's such a hello words. It is such a fun way to get the motorsports community involved in such a good cause and doing this. So yeah, again, on Twitter, Murph2 is the one that put this all together. He does a bunch of other like charity events over the year. I think he put together a hockey event with all these other creators and journalists and even drivers too. Did that like before the Roval, I think, which is really cool. There we go. All right, making sure everything's working properly. So yeah, I will definitely send you on Facebook, like just check your messages afterwards, and oh hello, and I will definitely send you information about all of this. But the link in the description is to where you can donate to the cause if you so choose. But just a chill stream, just talking about things that are going on, raising awareness. I will say, oh hello, I did not break, and I apologize for that. I don't feel like, okay. One of my pedals was sticking. That's interesting. All right. Obviously, you all know tomorrow is also like a big day for us at Above the O-Line too. We have our major announcement tomorrow. We can talk a little bit about that tonight. I'm not giving it away. But we have so much to talk about there. There's some NASCAR news to talk about too. Like they announced like some of the TV times for these races next year, which I'm so about. Like my big thing with the TV times for next year is I do not feel as if they took the West Coast into consideration at all for a lot of this. Like looking at the Cup Series, not Cup Series, so it doesn't really matter as much because it's Sunday, but Truck Series schedule, like a lot of their races are at 5, right? Which, fine on the East Coast, but if you look at the West Coast folks, like they're still in work at 5 p.m. Like 5 p.m. Eastern time is 5, 4, 3, it's like 2 p.m. their time, right? If I'm doing the math correctly for those in California and stuff like that. So kind of a loss, but a win for us on the East Coast, I guess. My big concern is the amount of races that we have on like FS1 next year or USA. Like we don't have a whole lot on the main networks, and I don't know if that's just part of like the streaming idea or whatever. I don't know, but kind of disappointed to see like if you're going to make your audience split, like have them do it fairly at least. You know what I mean? There we go. Bye, Jude. Rolling. After this lap, I'll take a pause. View some comments because I know some of you guys are probably roasting me. I typically do not do any gaming. I typically do not do any iRacing. I don't have the equipment to iRace. So this is really just a fun thing for me to do, to try to improve. Like last night, I felt really encouraged. I was running the Roval, and every lap I got like a second better on my lap time. I was like, ooh, okay, this is good. But I'm not a pro at this by any means. This is just something I do for fun that I just able to do outside of reading, writing, everything I do every single day. But after this lap, I will go look at the comment section. But in case you don't know me, you're just tuning in. My name's Taylor Kitchen. I talk about NASCAR all the time, typically on the journalism side of the sport, the content creation side of the sport. I help drivers with their PR, the social media strategy behind the scenes, but in front of the camera, I'm an on-air personality for Racing America. I do a little bit of everything, I guess. And then, of course, here at Above the O-Line, I have our show where we go live on Thursday nights. So set your calendars for tomorrow at 7 for our major announcement. And also I have social media all over the place. So pretty cool stuff. Oh, this is the part of the track that I was hooked myself at. My goodness. Yeah, I do miss the old Roval layout. I'm not going to lie, but I will say, like, turn 6 to 7 this year was so fun. I'm going to go to pit road. I'm pretty sure I'm going, yeah. Okay, cool. Let's look at the comment section. 7:30 race for next year. Well, looks like a backup car. Yeah, let's talk about some of those the times as well. Always playing Heat 5. I would like to at some point, like I want to plan it out, but I would absolutely like to do a stream where we involve like the whole community in doing like I don't know, just like a fun stream where everyone's able to race if they have Heat 5, go online. Yeah, reasons for some NASCAR races on FS1 is because of the IndyCar being on Fox. That's another thing, too, that I didn't consider. So thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, I mean, IndyCar being mainly on Fox is a huge deal for that sport. For NASCAR, it kind of hurts us, but that's also not like what we get for deciding to, you know, spread ourselves too thin when it comes to streaming. But if we're not going to fully commit with Fox or with NBC, we're going to get the short end of the stick in some of those deals, so... Okay. Ooh, hello. Alright, let me actually press options. Because I think I'm okay. Let's do return to garage. Do I have driving 8? Nah, let's just return to garage. We'll see how we do in a race. You're thinking you're on Xbox, unfortunately. Oh, man, that sucks. I'm sorry. Hunter, good to see you. Hello. I gotta move this screen closer so I can see what you all are telling me. Go do Pocono. After I do a race here, I will go to Pocono next. See how I do. Not gonna lie, this is gonna sound really dumb, but I'm just gonna say it because this is true for myself. I'm really good at road courses. I'm not great at ovals, and that sounds so dumb. But I mean, obviously, like I don't race. This is not what I do. But I just find that I'm able to pick up just better speed at a road course than I am at an oval. As evident, if any of you guys joined my streams last year that I did in my last location, I was not very fast at ovals, and I'm not afraid to admit that. Here we go. Let's try to qualify. We got our warm-up lap. We're good. I don't need to totally cook my tires right now. Just get them warmed up. Warm the corners a little bit. There we go. I already know, Dom, if you're watching, and I know you are, you're probably like backseat driving right now. You're telling me the gears. The only time I've been able to do iRacing has either been at like the RFK simulator back at their shop. If I'm visiting friends, when I'm at their place, I'll iRace. My type of iRacing, which is not even iRacing at all, is NASCAR Heat 5. So, very different. I am really excited to see, though, that they are making progress on the NASCAR iRacing console game. Dale Jr. posted earlier this week, I don't know if you guys saw it, but he was like, any song suggestions for the game? And I put Fuel by Metallica. I know darn well that that's not going to be a possibility at all. Ooh, slow down, Taylor. It's going to be way out of their budget, but a girl can dream, right? I mean, they said any suggestions. I was like, without budget into consideration, here's the suggestion. What are other songs that you guys would like to see in the new NASCAR iRacing game? I mean, the playlist really makes these. Obviously, unfortunately, I can't play the playlist while I'm streaming because, you know, copyright violations, like that kind of stuff. Ooh, that was bad. It's fine. It's cool. It's fine. It's fine. Also, too, I think it'd be really cool, and I might do this during the off-season, like gearing up for Daytona, to make a community, like, race day playlist. I think that'd be so fun. I have one already. That was a really, really bad comment. My goodness. But to be able to have a community one, I think would be really fun. Oh, I feel bad with my lap time right now. I don't know how I'm doing. I feel like I've had, like, 2 bad corners. 3, 2, 1, start braking. I brake a little later than most, which is probably my downfall here. I think I take, as is in real life too, I take corners a little too hot sometimes. There we go. There we go. Let's start slowing down a little bit. Don't boom in this corner. Boom. Okay, that's not bad. I mean, I got the pole, so, like, that's fine. Ooh, okay, those are good songs. Cruisin' by Florida Georgia Line, I like that. Your brakes are 100 times better than mine on iRacing. I think This is the track, funny enough, that I've raced the most at. It's, I don't know why, it's, again, RFK, whenever I've gone there, they've had this track on their rig. But yeah, also guys, make sure that if you are able to donate at all, this is a stream to help benefit the St. Jude Hospital. Laps for Leukemia, I have a link in my bio to ways you can help, donate, etc. But again, thanks to Murph Turn 2 for putting this all together. It's a whole week of content creators streaming to raise awareness for all of this, which is super cool. So definitely check out the link in my bio for ways to get involved and more so ways to donate. At the end of the stream, we'll kind of look at our, the total that we have. I know the goal was very large, but with our combined effort, I think we can reach the combined goal at the end of the week. Yeah, this track, I think I've learned, ooh, that was a bad corner, but I got it. This track I've learned how to, like, navigate my brakes. I mean, at these road courses, I think I just take that more into consideration because I can have to, or else, you know. Mid-Ohio is another track that's on here that, I mean, the elevation changes at that track are so insane. It's very hard to see. There's a lot of blind corners, something that I remember talking to some of the drivers about in the truck series, at least, the past, well, I guess not this year. Not this year? Yeah, there was a truck series this year, right? I honestly don't remember. I don't think it was this year. Oh, I'm gonna, oh no. That's my bad. I was thinking too much about the truck series. That's okay, we don't lose too much time, it's fine. Yeah, but when the truck series was there, and even too when covering ARCA, like asking the drivers, what was the toughest part, you know, about that racetrack? Like, where did you see yourself struggling? They're like, man, just the blind corners, and, you know, you're going up the hill onto, like, the back half of the track, and they were like, I just can't really see that well, and it led to some very interesting moments on track. Yeah, as I'm thinking and talking, this is where things get a little rough. I think one skill that isn't taken into consideration as much, like, about drivers is you have to be really good at multitasking. This is something that I'm good at in certain situations, not really like driving. Like, when I'm driving, I will typically just be silent. And if I have someone in the car with me, like, sometimes I'll just say, hey, like, you can talk, I might not respond a whole lot, or I'll be like, let's just listen to music. I need focus. In this sense, though, like, because I'm nervous, I'm not gonna lie, I'm really nervous right now, so I need more focus than typical. The goal is, I think I can start, oh, I've done it again. Why am I doing that now? I don't know. I was gonna say the goal would be to start lapping cars in one lap, but I think with the amount I've messed up, probably not. There we go. Yeah, in case you're just tuning in, my name's Taylor Kitchen. This is Above the Yellow Line Live. We are playing NASCAR 85 for a good cause, raising some funds and some awareness for the awesome work at St. Jude, Laps for Leukemia. Very happy that Murph Turn 2 on Twitter put this all together with a great group of content creators raising awareness for childhood cancer and seeing what we can do to help them out. Link in my bio to where you can donate. But right now we're just turning laps, talking about NASCAR, and hopefully we can do some good here. Also, if you haven't heard just some, I guess, announcements about some of the content that we have out right now, since you guys are all here, I just had an interview released with Holly Kane. She is a decorated journalist, author. I've looked up to her for years. Getting into this sport. She is really a trailblazer for women in this sport. Not only is she a decorated journalist and author, but she's also a cancer survivor and warrior herself. I've done it again. And in her new book, NASCAR Mavericks, is out now. Order it on Amazon. It is such a cool book. Visually, it's stunning. There are some great stories. I've skimmed through the first few. I need to, like, fully go ahead and, like, just sit down one weekend and read through it. But it's like a coffee table book, which is super. William Byron, 40th. Oh gosh. It's like a coffee table book with super fun stories, and even Holly was like, there's some things that I think surprised me, and there's some really cool stories about like women in racing and stuff like that, the trailblazers of the sport. A forward by Tony Stewart and an afterward by Ross Chastain, which is super cool to get some of the drivers involved in this. I remember her talking about this book at Darlington earlier this year. I guess Darlington over the summer, I should say, before the playoffs really kicked off. And Chad Canals was talking about it because he had some stories in there, and it was super fun. It was super fun to kind of hear the perspectives from Chad and from her and Herb that were there, Herb Branham, co-author of the book. But yeah, I'm really excited to read it. So give that interview a listen, please, and make sure to follow Holly and just all she does. She does incredible work. But that is out now, and then of course tomorrow night, I'm not gonna miss this time. Ooh. Tomorrow night on the live stream, we have our major announcement. The stream starts at 7. We'll probably do our announcement around 7:30. But we'll also be doing our NASCAR end of year superlative awards. So make sure to tune in to see kind of our favorites from the year. Ooh, I'm in a dicey situation. I can do it. Okay. Goodness. That was probably really risky, but I did it anyways. That was an easy first. Yeah, the overshoot count is totally up there. Just getting Nitro Circus, like, air off that chicane. Yeah. Yeah, I will say my exit on the chicane, the entrance into the chicane sucked. And I will be valid about that. Yeah, the backstretch chicane. Yeah. It was a little rough, not gonna lie. A little rough. What do we got? Ooh, flirting with disaster. That's a good one. Hopefully. I gotta go see the live stream here. Beautiful. Cool. Yeah. Oh, I was getting some serious air there. So, whoops. Okay, let's finish the event. Alright, I saw a lot of suggestions for tracks. So, let's figure out what track to go to. I'll probably change drivers. Excuse me. Probably change some drivers here. 2 race wins. Let's go. Let's go back. Alright, which driver? Who should I race as? These are the questions. Whereas, yeah, all these are throwbacks. Man, a lot of them are throwbacks, I should say. I love how we have some pro drivers in here. That's awesome. Custom driver, Eric Almirola. Can we just respect this era of Christopher Bell? Look at him. Isn't that crazy? Do you owe Joey Logano an apology? Why? FedEx 11? All right. Let's race as Dennis Hamlin, shall we? Dennis, and then we'll race as Ryan Blaney. Let's accept. There we go. As a salute to FedEx, we will race as Dennis. I feel like Pocono is the most recent one I saw suggested, so let's do that. Hopefully. Oh, well. Wait. I'm totally just missing it. There we go. Okay, I was like, Pocono's in this game. Ooh, Bubba Wallace or Chase Briscoe. Yeah. Elliott. Okay. Yeah, pour one out. Bell doesn't age. I mean, he does, but he doesn't. It's nothing. Hello. Good to see you. If you're just tuning in, by the way, my name's Taylor Kitchen. I talk about NASCAR all the time, and this is a very special stream. You guys know I typically don't game, and when I do, it's really just for fun. And this is a fun way to raise awareness for Laps for Leukemia. I'm very glad that Murph Turn 2 put this together on Twitter. It's a group of creators this entire week, streaming one night a week, trying to help raise funds for St. Jude and all of the awesome research that they do towards childhood cancer. So I'm excited to be part of it and happy to raise awareness towards a good cause. If you all can donate, feel inclined to donate, there's a link in the bio directly to the fundraiser at St. Jude. So we can hopefully do some good. Also, more announcements. You guys have probably already heard this that are in here already, but we do have a new video that just came out today. My interview with Holly Kane about her new book, NASCAR Maverick. She's a bit of a maverick herself, in terms of, in terms of just who she is in general as a person. She is a badass, very strong woman. She's a fighter, a cancer warrior, and survivor herself. She also is a decorated journalist, author in the motorsports world. She's worked in this industry for over 30 years, and I'm so excited that she took the time to chat with me for a few minutes earlier this week about her new book and her career. And we really had an interesting conversation about where she sees the current state of journalism, because I feel like this year was a very different year in how this sport was covered. As opposed to years previous. I just felt like there was, in terms of how it was covered, media-wise, and in terms of what stories were covered, it felt pretty different. So getting her perspective on that, but truly one of the best. She's always so lovely to see at the track. We've never really had a chance to talk. I met her once briefly in person, but I mean, when you're at the, I almost just yeeted Austin Dillon out of the way. But when you're at the racetrack during the race weekend, there's not a lot of downtime depending on how much you have on your plate, and so it's really hard to, have conversations with people and kind of just chat away. I remember 2 years ago, I think, is when I met Jeff Gluck for the first time. And it was this really long down period. I think we were waiting for rain, and he just sat up, pulled up a chair, and we talked for like 30 minutes straight. Again, Jeff is one of the awesome people in the garage area too. There's so many great people in the media center. That I have the privilege of talking to, and those people have been kind enough to share some of their experiences and share some words of wisdom and advice that I've greatly appreciated. Get around Eric. Oh, I'm not clear on that side. I guess I am. Okay. All right, I think I'm good. Let's end practice. Let's return to garage. Got a race as the GOAT Quinn Half himself. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm racing as Denny Hamlin at Pocono in NASCAR Heat 5. This is the Laps for Leukemia stream, helping raise awareness for childhood cancer. Yeah, thank you so much. Ooh, Cyber Surge, hello. One of the many people here informed about it by Murph. Oh, well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm so glad you all are tuning in. I talk about NASCAR all the time. I typically don't game, but I'm very happy to do it for this occasion. I typically game for fun. Like, I don't really stream it. I want to do more of that during the off season. I did a lot of that last off season because admittedly, I'm not great, but I do enjoy this, and it's really, really fun. So I'm glad to do this, and it goes towards a good cause. But yeah, tomorrow night, if you guys like watching my live streams on TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, etc., we're going to be live streaming tomorrow starting on at 5:30 on TikTok. And then at 7 is the big stream, the big piece of news that we are announcing tomorrow for Above the Yellow Line, and, kind of what I'm doing next year. That I told you all the announcement comes in 3 parts, because there's a lot to this, and I guess the why. I guess what I'm going to announce tomorrow is happening and what all is involved in that. So I'm really excited to corner exit. Okay, I'm really excited to spill the tea tomorrow. This is something that's been a year in the making, if not more. The past few months have been a lot of hard work trying to plan and put things together, and it's been a lot. So yeah, and then I also know some of you asked about me leaving TobyChristie.com. I would have stayed there and worked a lifetime if I could. It's been wonderful working with Toby and his wife Krista, and truly I hope down the road, and I know we will inevitably collaborate on content going forward. So this is not goodbye. We'll just be collaborating in different ways going forward. I'm happy to say that I'll be working more closely with Racing America next year, just on the personal side of things, which is super cool. But with my content, it's going to change a little bit, and you guys will kind of hear more about what that looks like tomorrow and kind of what I have up my sleeve, what we've been planning and scheming. But yeah, if you guys are here for the first time, of course, my name is Taylor Kitchen. I talk about NASCAR all the time on my show, Above the Yellow Line. It's a podcast that I started in 2021, and since then, I don't know, it's kind of blown up in a sense to where, you know, we're at the track, we're repping the ATYL hats, merchandise, interviewing drivers. It's the coolest thing ever. So here we are right now. Just Murph, thank you so much. Yeah, by the way, again, thank you for putting this all together. This is a really cool event. I'm really happy that I could be a small part of it, but like for you to go out and do this, and that's awesome. So thank you for putting this together. But just short of $500 is amazing. Keep donating if you can. Share the stream with other people, or at least share the link in the description with other people. I'll definitely make sure I share it on my social media pages afterwards. But that's an awesome thing that we just reached that goal. And of course, I'm very happy to participate in this event. As much awareness as we can raise, you all know I'm a really big fan of supporting really good causes, and doing something like this is a no-brainer for me. Sorry, I just like killed the microphone there. Doing something like this is a no-brainer for me, so. Yeah, life is crazy. Life is crazy. Yeah, the TV times. I know we kind of briefly talked about the TV times and what that looks like. A lot of the Cup Series races are at 3. I believe somebody like counted all the different times that we have for the Cup Series races next year, and I think there was like 11 or 12 3 p.m. events, which at least we're getting more consistent with our times. I think it's a way more of a win for those on the West Coast because their races then start at noon. For us on the East Coast, it's like that's right in the middle of the day, kind of awkward. At the racetrack, it's like right after lunch, but you have to get to the track around lunchtime, or else like there's nowhere to park. Oh, I cooked that corner. I cooked it. Okay, there we go. Woo. So it's just a weird time to have a lot of races. There are still some 2 o'clocks, 2:30s. I believe a lot of the races on the streaming platforms are at 2, so we kept that consistent unless it's a night race, and those typically start at 7. For the Truck Series, a lot of the races are at 5 on Fridays, which I think is a win until you realize that the folks on the West Coast are still working at that point, which I think if you're trying to gain a West Coast audience for the Truck Series, which I think you need as many eyes on that as possible to provide value to those drivers and those teams, I think that's a major L. For the Xfinity Series, the times when I glanced at the Xfinity schedule were kind of all over the place. But otherwise, I think we're reaching a point where we're more consistent with it. Again, glad the CW is going to have all of the Xfinity Series races. I think that'll make it much easier for all fans of that series and just NASCAR in general to watch the Xfinity Series without any, I guess, hardships. I think for the Cup Series and watching that, it's going to be a lot of hardships, and they're banking on the diehard fans to go out and buy all those subscriptions. And I understand, like, I got comments like where everyone's like, well, back in the day we had like this as well, like all these channels and stuff to where we had to watch the races, and I'm like, that's awesome, but like it's more expensive than ever to invest. Oh, 3 laps for me, oh god. To like invest in all of this stuff. So for me, as somebody who, you know, just graduated college, just getting into the workforce, like that's a lot to pay for each year. But I mean, obviously I'm going to, and I have to restructure, you know, so I can follow the sport, cover it for you all, and I want to, but it's also like, man, like, NASCAR is really banking on us emptying our wallets. It's kind of wild. I was going to make a joke about the lawsuit, and I decided not to. Speaking of which, Joey Logano took a photo with Monopoly money on the NASCAR social media page, and I'm like, that has to be some, like, very cheeky tell towards the lawsuit or something like that. I think his press time after the championship as well was also really bizarre in the sense that I think NASCAR really was like, we need you to hype up this playoff system. And obviously, Joey's going to love this playoff system because he thrives in it, right? And I don't totally think, I think the playoff system is great at providing entertainment. It's very entertaining for me. It keeps me invested in the sport, but I think there's also a moment where you have to rein it in. So I'm not somebody who hates the playoffs. I just think there's a time to rein it in, and I think that time is now. But yeah, Joey Logano, a 3-time champ. I wonder, like, if you would have said, like, 10 years ago, like, do we think Joey Logano will be a 3-time champ? Like, I wonder what the consensus would have been. But, I mean, he's one championship away from tying the greats of, like, Jeff Gordon, which is insane to me. Oh, why am I in the grass? Hello. turning. But yeah, it's insane. But also congrats to Joey, the 22 team. In this playoff format, you have to be able to perform at the right time. You have to be able to perform under pressure, and that's what Penske's good at. They have pressure, and they turn into diamonds. Ryan Blaney was like 0.3 seconds away from winning another championship, going back to back, which would have been the first since Jimmy Johnson was able to do it. And it sucks that he was that close, but you just knew when his car was in dirty air, it wasn't as great, and then the tires equalized at the end, and you're like, ah, it's gonna be Joey's. But yeah, my thought process is if we have even-numbered years for Joey Logano getting a championship, and then Ryan Blaney wins it in odd-numbered years. Ooh, well, okay. Yeah, I needed to slow down in that corner. Then, like, I guess cool. But then we also know that I do not believe we're going to be at Phoenix forever for the championship. 2026 has been a big talking year about, you know, what we will see in terms of our championship race. And, you know, we might see it back at Homestead, fingers crossed. Just wonder where they are going to change the format. I think right now, and I'm not going to do a burnout. I know you guys want me to, you know what, shoot. Well, I lost my chance. That's fine. I contemplated it too much. I think for me, when I think about the playoff format, I don't envy being NASCAR in any situation that they have going on right now, and there's a lot of them. Because they have too many cooks in the kitchen. And sometimes that's a good thing. You have new ideas that maybe you aren't thinking of internally, but the external world of social media and fans are thinking about great ideas. You have all these drivers and media members now with podcasts like Kevin Harvick and Denny Hamlin that are kind of throwing out their ideas in 2 cents. And I think that's beneficial for NASCAR to at least listen to, so they know what the fans want. But ultimately, though, I think as a company, it's important for NASCAR to put their foot down and not feel super swayed by, I guess, the outside voices. In this case, I think it's necessary for them to be swayed by the outside voices, because it's very clear that there is a large consensus of fans that are getting very frustrated with the playoffs and don't feel like it's producing a valid champion. And in this playoff format, the champion that it produces is valid because it is this format. But I would like to see, you guys said Ryan Blaney. What race is Ryan Blaney next? I would like to see them change it a little bit. I do like the idea of locking in a driver at some point, like in the regular season, to like the round of 12, the round of 8, our championship 4 round. I will also say the graphics on social media right now where it's saying like, hey, like here's, I guess, no, I was going to say like, so a lot of people have suggested that we make the final rounds of the championship 4, I guess that final race at Phoenix, make it a 3 race round. So not just go to Phoenix, but do like 2 other tracks with our championship 4 drivers, which I love that. I agree. I think that would be a change we see in 2026, if anything, next year, because we already have the schedule out, and NASCAR probably wasn't anticipating this much backlash with the playoff format. I would anticipate they change the point system a little bit and how they dish out points, but not the rounds that we have in the championship. You've heard from several NASCAR figures. I always enjoyed the old 10 race format. I love the chase format. I would love to bring it back. Obviously, they changed it for a reason, for, you know, a few drivers. But I definitely think we could go back to that if they made some minor tweaks to it. Remember, if you enjoy the playoff format, stand from the entertainment standpoint, but not from the legitimacy format. I agree, and I think when you see sports, you want to be entertained, right? I mean, that's why we all watch sports. We want to be entertained. But at the same time, I feel like I should go to Iowa, right? What track should I go to? Let me know in the comments. But I feel like, too, you also want to leave the season feeling like this champion makes sense. It was worth watching 36, 38 races out of the year, with the, I guess, the Daytona duels and the All-Star race you add in like 3 there. But, well, yeah, Jimmy is retired now mostly, yeah. Zach, run on scuffs, hello. The final round should be between 5 and 7 races, best average finish. That's fair. I think I like the average finish idea, but I feel like it has to involve more than that. I think if you're finishing like in the top 10 consistently, there is consistency to that should be rewarded. But I also know sometimes in these races, like, you can get caught up in a wreck, a big wreck that you didn't cause, you were on the lesser side of, I guess, you were on the side of bad luck. And if somebody has bad luck for 3 out of those like last 5 races and it's not like their fault, you're like, oh man. So I don't know. I mean, I like having a last round of the playoffs that is more than 1 race. It needs to be more than 2 races is like I guess my minimum's 3. But based off of average finish, I'm not sure. Again, I'm glad I'm not NASCAR in this, but Watkins Glen Road America. Ooh, okay. Let's do Watkins Glen since that was suggested first. I haven't raced at Watkins Glen in a very long time here, so we'll see. Jimmy Johnson would have to return to full-time and win an 8th championship in order for NASCAR to change the playoff format. Honestly, fair. I am very proud of him, though. I don't mean this as like a dig, really, but he was able to actually finish the race at Phoenix and not wreck out or not cause any cautions. So that was great. The fact that he finished, I believe, 26th or somewhere in there, I was like, ooh. Like Hamlin says, you don't have bad luck. You put yourself in bad positions, and that's fair, too. I think this year, too, was like kind of a testament to drivers putting themselves in riskier positions. I think because this year the drivers and the teams reached a point with this playoff format where it's like no risk, no reward, but they risked so much, and a lot of it didn't pay off. You think about Tyler Reddick desperately wanting to get that win earlier this year against Chris Buescher, and he took both of them out, and it's like, all right, was that really worth the risk? Would you have rather just finished like at a solid 2nd place, or oh man, the elevation changes here. Or did you want to risk it for a win that bad? Did you really think that was your only chance to get a win? Also, shout out to Dom Joseph. This is one of the tracks that he works at and helps out with social media for NASCAR. And I remember, I believe he FaceTimed us, or he did this during one of our, okay, wasn't anticipating that. During one of our live streams on Thursdays that we do. And he like walked around the track and he goes, I just climbed up this massive hill and it's exhausting. This feels like a roller coaster. This is actually kind of cool. Kind of dizzy, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Also, in case you don't know me, again, my name's Taylor Kitchen. I talk about NASCAR all the time. I help make content for Racing America. And of course, my own show. Hello. I hate to do that to Tyler. Sorry, man. Above the line. Typically, you don't see me gaming. You see me at the track, reporting, interviewing your favorite drivers after the race weekend. You see me making diecast videos, etc. Gaming is something I do for fun. I typically don't stream it. I haven't streamed it in a long time. But I'm really happy to do it today for a fantastic cause. Lives for Leukemia, put together by Murph Turn 2, excuse me, that you've seen in the comment section. It's a great event that they've put together to help raise awareness for childhood cancer and the wonderful work that St. Jude does to help these children and these families get through some really difficult times in their lives and raise awareness for raise funds for some research to hopefully find a cure and help these kids. So happy to do it. There's a link in my bio of places to where you can donate if you feel so inclined and if you are able to. I know monetarily times are tough for a lot of people right now. I know a lot of people just donated to some really important causes. I know for me, Dysautonomia International, for Dysautonomia Awareness Month in October. I know a lot of people have donated to the Hurricane Helene relief efforts, but there's still people out there that need help. And so helping raise awareness for this today is very important to me, and hopefully you all, if you're able to, will give link in my bio to where you can donate. Man, I'm excited to play some of like the, ooh, why is like, yeah. I'm excited to race Circuit of the Americas in one of the newer games. Okay, yeah. I was like, what the hell was my break doing? Like, Circuit of the Americas to me is like the definition of a roller coaster if it was like a racetrack. Also, okay, like off topic, but not really. You all have seen that Cars 4 is like, I don't think it's in development, but they're in talks about a Cars 4. And I'm curious what in the world that plot is going to be. I would assume it involves Cruise. I would think. It's kind of a changing of the guard from Cars 3, also a fantastic movie. but I would assume that it's going to involve that a little bit. Sorry, Kenza. I think that was the 42, right? Yeah. We have a little nervous for Cars 3. I don't like how many sequels we have coming up from Disney. I don't like how we've had that period, but like animated-wise, like, do we need a Toy Story? What is this, 5 or 6? I don't really remember. Do we need a Shrek 5? No. Like, we gotta be realistic here. Let's get some originality. What's your guys' favorite Cars movie? I mean, I feel like 2 is out of the question for a lot of people, and I would have to agree. I do not like Cars 2. As a standalone, funny. Loved it. Comical. But, like, not as, like, a Cars movie, you know? 3, I think, was the best because they really started to encapsulate just kind of the racing world, and the cameos by some of the drivers was really cool. Cars 1, though, is such a classic. I think watching it back, like, now that I'm older, I watched the Cars movies earlier this year again. I was like, Lightning McQueen is actually so rude. When I was younger, I'm like, oh, like, Superstar, so cool. And, like, watching it back as an adult, I was like, he's, like, miserable. Alright, I'm gonna pause this. Let's try to qualify. Return to garage. I am channeling my inner Carson Hocevar. I have to. I feel like, you know, if I'm going to race and do this, we're going to do it. Also, I want to shout out, you guys know Goat Locker Racing. They're a 501c3 nonprofit organization that's dedicated to helping veterans and first responders build community through iRacing. They're a big partner of mine. I just like supporting their cause and everything that they do. Patrick and Jamie over there. So yeah, anything I can do to help support them, I'm happy to. And I appreciate them for giving me this water bottle. It's like my favorite thing ever now. Sorry, but check them out. GoldLockerRacing.org. Also happy to be supported by great causes, the Bright Mentality. It is a organization founded by Courtney Jordan with the mission to help those who are struggling with mental health. She has a Bright Mentality journal that she sent my way. I'm going to be getting it hopefully in the next few days, but I'm excited to go through that and kind of help reset during the off season. I think for a lot of people, the off season is a great time to kind of reset and refocus and kind of get your health back in check. And that's the case for me. I think we all get so bogged down with work and things that we forget to take care of ourselves. And with the Bright Mentality, it focuses on an approach of working on your mental health in a healthy way and finding community and knowing that you are going to be okay, which is awesome. So I'm excited to partner with her. And then, of course, Happy Hour Racing. You all know I love my diecast and my NASCAR merchandise. IndyCar, Formula 1 merchandise. Happy Hour Racing has it. I have a link in my bio. Ooh, hello. As I'm going along and talking about this, I lost focus. I have a link in my bio to where you can get 10% off your order at Happy Hour Racing. So if you want NASCAR merchandise from a place that will get you your order without problem, people you can trust, Happy Hour Racing is my go-to. They send me a lot of hats, and you all know I love hats. I wear them every time you see me at the track. I am wearing this hat. It is my go-to. It's my staple. Shout out to Rob Braining for getting me this hat. It was my graduation gift from when I graduated college. It has my signature on the side. It is a one of a kind. But I'm super stoked to have this hat and all the hats from my friends at Happy Hour Racing. So make sure to definitely check them out. Links are in my bio to where you can find that on my social media pages. Or go to AboveYellowLine.com where you can find all of my partners on my partner page. Stuff like that. Watkins Glen, she is a tough track. Trying to like anticipate when I need to brake. Oh, this is it. Okay, I got it. I made it. I'm trying to like, based on points on the track, try to find my braking zones. Or not braking zones, but trying to find my braking points. Turning, braking, turning and braking. I feel really not good about this lap. Oh my gosh. I mean, like, that was not bad. I mean, I know it was first. I also know I have this on, like, easy mode, so I expect nothing less, but... Yeah. That's fine. We need the Bugs Life too. Okay, like, maybe? You know what? Yeah, I could see that. Thank you, Hal. We do not need another Ice Age movie. Like, that's insane to me. My hair, so fun fact, I have been doing it differently recently. You all know I typically straighten my hair just because my hair is naturally really curly. But it's hard to maintain in its natural state. Therefore, I like straighten it and then I curl it, which there's a lot of heat damage to my hair that way. I recognize this. But I've been like waving my hair now with with a wand, like not like a magic wand, but like a hair wand. And that's been making the difference with my hair. So, yeah. Also, like when you're on camera a lot, and especially like the work I do with Racing America now, like I need my hair to like function and be in place and not be chaotic as it usually is. You have to research different ways to do your hair, so this is like a new era of me doing my hair and hoping it sticks. And I'm glad. Oh, we see the grass. Hello, grass. Yikes. Those were bad few turns. So I'm glad to see you all are liking the hair. I appreciate the comments. And I was gonna, like, so before I moved, I was gonna do like a whole change with my hair. I went into my hair stylist and I was like, okay, I kind of want to chop my hair off, but I knew I wanted to chop my hair off last night, and then I came in this morning and I was really hesitant and I'm gonna back out of it. But I was gonna do like not a bob, like that's way too short, but like cut my hair up to my chin, because I've done that before and I liked it, and then I regretted it afterwards. So I built some common sense. And I was like, we're gonna keep my hair the way it is, but we're just gonna add layers to it. And here we are today. Anywho, side story about my hair. Other racing movies I would like to see, getting back on that topic, I know they want to make a Days of Thunder 2. I know Tom Cruise has talked about it. I know there's been rumors about it being like a Paramount movie. I don't know if it was like just put it on Paramount Plus. I mean, it would have a theatrical release. I mean, just seeing how good Top Gun 2 did, obviously it's not going to be like a Top Gun, but just knowing how good that movie did, and even 2, like Gran Turismo, how good I think that did ultimately. And it was a great movie. I know it's not super realistic to the real life events. A lot of the stuff that was in there, I mean, there was people in that movie that didn't really exist, or a combination of real life characters put into one character, real life people put into one character. You had just events that were out of order, just so the plot of the movie made more sense, but it was still a fantastic movie. Visually, it looked wonderful. But a Days of Thunder 2, I am so wanting, and I hope they decide to actually do it. Any last minute questions, comments, concerns? As we wrap up this race, hopefully you guys are clicking the link in my bio so you can donate to Last for Leukemia, a great, ooh, we're missing that, hello, a great cause, or a great full week event that Murph Turn 2 in the comments put together to help raise money for cancer research, for the great work that St. Jude does. So hopefully you're clicking the link in my bio, donating, sharing the link. I will share it when I am done with the stream. You all know me, I stay up really late because I have a lot of work to do. My morning this morning started at like 8. I had meetings and stuff, and then I went to Team Penske because I wanted to check out and see if they had the championship car there. They did not. And then after, that was like my lunch break. I used my lunch break to go to Penske. Then I came back. I had some editing I had to do for some videos I had on deck. I had another meeting. Then I made dinner, and now we're here. After this, I have a super secret video I need to make that you all will see tomorrow. Now we're lapping cars. Woo. We're going to brake at the right time. There we go. Hi, Justin Haley. I'm going to sneak around to there. There we go. My best Carson Ozavar. Here we go. Also, he's lovely to talk to. I know he gets a bad rap for his on-track action sometimes. I know. But, like, he's super, super nice. We've talked plenty of times, whether it was at Mid-Ohio when he was in the truck series, whether it's just at the track in general for a story or something. Ooh, okay. But it's always lovely talking to him. Catching up with him at Spire Motorsports Fan Day this year was cool. It was a really chill, comfortable conversation, which was awesome. Also, thanks for all the messages. We've received over 100 messages on this chat, which is awesome. Yeah, please donate if you can. What tracks will you be attending in 2025? That's a great question. Hold on. Give me 5 seconds real quick. Hold up. Hello, sorry, I'm back. I had to turn the fan on. What tracks am I attending next year? That's a great question. A lot of them. Oh, shoot, I missed a burnout. Sorry. I'll try to do a burnout next time. We'll do one more track here. The track that I'll be attending next year, I'll be attending a lot. I can't specify which ones at the moment, as there's a lot behind the scenes that are going on. Excuse me, but that'll be part of my January announcement. Not only the tracks I'm attending, but why I am attending the tracks that I'm attending, which will all be announced in January. Like I said, my announcement comes in 3 parts. Where I'm going to be going next year is part of that announcement, but that's not the only announcement in that 3-part section. This is part 1. Part 2 will be announced sometime in January, middle January. Part 3 will be announced, I believe, like the week before Daytona, if I'm getting my timing right. So we have a lot to do. Okay, last track. Where are we going for the last race? Yeah, Ryan Blaney fan here. I just putting it out there. I am a Ryan Blaney fan. Let's change the driver racing edge just for good old time's sake. Got to figure out who I want to be. Somebody said race as Quinn Half. I don't know. I have to race as Eric Jones right now. And his 20 era. Oh, what a time to be alive. All right. Eric Jones. Tell me what track you want to see. I'll see the first. Bristol? Oh. Okay. Here's the thing about Bristol. Okay, beautiful track. One of my favorite tracks I've ever been to ever. I'm not good at short tracks. If you guys have seen my driving so far and have watched, you all know this perfectly well as to why I'm not good at this at all. But I will race Bristol for you. Hopefully, you are able to donate if you can. Link in my bio, raising awareness for childhood cancer, all the work that St. Jude does. We are raising awareness for Labs for Leukemia. Link in my bio to how you can donate. If you are on Twitter, make sure to go over to YouTube, find the link in my bio. I will also post the link after this stream. This will be the last track that we race tonight. If you have any more questions, let me know. Put them in the comments, and I will make sure to answer them after, in between practice and qualifying, and before the race. Hopefully I'll remember to do a burnout this time. I need to be like totally engaged in doing the burnout. Here we go. Okay. Hopefully Bristol is kind to me. I'm not good at short tracks. Let's find out. Ooh, good lord. Wrong pit lane. Yeah, I wasn't. Okay. We good. I will say, one of the NASCAR games I love the most is Dirt to Daytona. I had such a fun time doing career mode in that. I did like a lot of the, I mean, obviously when you do career mode, you start on the dirt tracks. Bump and run, bump and run. And I had a really fun time with that. Stay off the apron. Hello. And, but yeah, Dirt to Daytona was such a fun game. I really used to just crap on it. I used to say this is like one of the worst games, and everyone's like, okay, give it like an honest try. And I said, all right, I will. Fine, cool. And then I did career mode on it, and I was like, okay, this is actually like the most fun thing ever. Gotta feather the brake a little bit. Here we go. Cool. I know my buddies at Go Locker Racing, they want me to try to get into the sim racing world. I told them they don't want that, but at some point I would like to. I told you all last year that I really want to get a PC, and hopefully sometime next year we can make that happen. I would love to get more into the broadcasting side of iRacing. I'm not a racer at heart. I would love to be able to race just so I can, you know, get to know the tracks a lot more, offer better insight. But for me, what comes into play is the commentary. It's the storytelling aspect of the sport that I really enjoy, and I'm gonna channel my inner Carson Escobar again for a second just to get around there. And that's what I feel like I'm really good at, and I find joy in. And as you guys can tell, I'm not great at racing. But it's really fun though. Like, all this stuff is like super fun, and I appreciate it. And Michael McDowell, my dude. Okay. Also, Michael McDowell going somewhere different next year. Gonna be in the 71 for Spire. I'm excited to see what the organization does next year. I think they're the team that I'm like really like on the watch at next year. They have an incredible like staff lineup. You have keep getting Paris, sorry guys. I mean, they have Eddie DeHaan as the spotter for Justin Haley. Along with that, you have Rodney Childers. I mean, that should be a race-winning team all together, all things considered. Excited to see what Michael McDowell can bring to the organization. I think Carson Escobar is just going to continue to excel, like I hope he does. Ooh, hello. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. You know what? Sure, why not? Okay, next. Okay. Got it. Perfect. Okay, return to garage. Bucket list track in NASCAR you would love to visit. Oh my god. So Bristol, okay, I should say, Martinsville was that track for me. And I've seen the spring race and the fall race there, and I will say that is the track that I've been the most disappointed in. Obviously, it's an older short track, right? Like, I'm not expecting greatness from it. I'm not expecting anything, but I was very disappointed by the facility management, the food options, the fan zone. It was just a very underwhelming experience at Martinsville, which I hate. The racing is always electric in terms of the intensity of the racing, but the product, at least in the fall, was a lot better than it was in the spring. Bristol, if you guys haven't gone to Bristol, go. It's so cool. A track I haven't gone to that I want to, surprisingly, Dover's one, Talladega, and trying to think, Pocono. Pocono is definitely one I would love to go to. But Dover, Miles the Monster. I mean, they check out what I do on Twitter. They know who I am. I will hopefully be there next year. Also, fingers crossed. I mean, everyone who's been able to go to Dover and has, you know, chatted with me about their experiences, like, it is literally like one of the fastest tracks. Like, you don't expect the speed that you get from that track, but it's impeccable. So I am excited to hopefully go next year. Darlington was one of the tracks on my bucket list, and I went, and oh my god, I loved everything about it. The facility, the racing, it truly is a gem. I mean, it's not a crown jewel for nothing, but okay, not bad. Second, what did I, oh, I went too slow. My bad, my bad. I got so like, ooh, okay. Yeah, part of me wishes Eddie DeHaan would go back to the 9 team as well. I think they need to restructure some things on the 9, quite honestly. It's just Chase has just, he's been consistent this year, which is awesome. And the lack of wins shouldn't take away from the consistency that he had. He almost made the championship 4. Las Vegas Motor Speedway on your bucket list, not bad. Not bad. I've never been out west. Never in my life. The farthest out west I've been is Illinois. Then that's saying something. That's not even west, you guys, but that's how out far I've been. Oh my goodness. That is a lot of time. A lot of time you spent there. Good track. I will be at the South Carolina 400, by the way. I am so excited to see some late model racing, Dale Jr. race. I'm stoked. Dennis. Leave it to Denny. Leave it to Denny. Ooh. I'm gonna get to the bottom of the track. Thank you. Yeah, here's the thing. I'm gonna start to lap people at some point, and I'm scared about how that's gonna work. It'll make this race fun, a little chaotic, but fun. I need to roll off the corner so much better. Oh no, I've already caught them. This is gonna be interesting. All right, let's see how this goes. Okay, moral of the story: do not let Denny win. Ooh. I'm going low. Running gone. I'm gonna go up. Okay. Here we go. Ooh, John, I didn't even check. Sorry. Okay. There is like no speed here at all. Holy mother goose. We're going low. I'm gonna move them up the track. I'm gonna move them around. This is for fun. This is for fun. I don't have to race normally. This is just for fun. I'm one of the worst people you want in your iRacing lobby. Who just does it for fun, is ready to like move people out of the way. I want to rattle people's cage. That's what I want to do. Obviously, I'm doing a more egregious approach to that, but I'm being careful. I'm being careful. I believe I have TJ Majors as my spotter, by the way. You had a choice between TJ and Check. I think it was Check and House was the other option. I chose TJ. Oh, Eric. Eric, speed up. Okay, I'm going to thread the needle, but I'm going to wreck people out of the way in the process. Okay. Oh, Eric. That is annoying, my guy. He's everywhere I want to be. Finally going to pass. Oh, this is a... I do not like this group of cars right here. I'm going to try to be on the... Oh, okay. All right. All right. We're just going to be in the longest freaking line. Riding the wall. There we go. There we go. Whoa, Lord. Oh, Lord. Okay. This is why I'm not good at short tracks because I'm not patient is my problem. One, this is a game. I can race a little rough if I want to. Two, probably needed to change the mode on this one because I'm way too fast, or I'm willing to take these turns way faster than I should. There we go. I will say too, I turned the force feedback all the way up on this wheel, and so far I don't mind. I typically have the force feedback in the middle or like a little less than the middle of the way, but I feel like it's helped me become, I don't want to say a better driver because I'm not a better driver by any means, but it's helped the real effect of this. Oh, the M&M's car, man. NASCAR Heat 5 is not close to real by any means. If you want real, good, do iRacing, but at least it's made this more fun, a bit more of a challenge. Okay. I don't want to move Truex. I want to respect our racing veterans here. Okay, I'm gonna dip low. Clear, clear, clear. Oh, Lord, Brennan. Oh, good Lord. I'm gonna go back high. Going to the outside. Dipping down low. I'm gonna say I'm clear. I'm clear. I'm gonna go below Truex here. Stay on the bottom of the track. Skirt around the apron. I'm gonna touch the apron. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. You guys are hearing how I am. I'm freaking out right now. I'm nervous. I'm pretty sure I'm like way ahead of whoever's in second place, which I'm pretty sure is Denny Hamlin right now. But like, I want to lap the field. Kevin, what's going on, Kev? Oh boy, all right. Oh my God, the rookie stripes. The rookie stripes. Oh, Kyle. You know, I wish like Kyle somehow found a way to go back to Joe Gibbs. I know that's probably not going to happen. Their stables are full. They have a different direction now. But man, seeing his win streak ends this year was just super unfortunate. Something you hate to see. Okay, can I clear high? I can't hear if I can or not. I have my headphones on. I probably shouldn't have these headphones on because I can't hear the game through my headphones. Okay, we're threading the needle. Woo! Bye, Chase. 3 laps to go, then I will look at the comment section. Of course, if you don't know me, hi, my name is Taylor Kitchen. You guys typically don't see me gaming. You typically see me at the track interviewing your favorite drivers, making some NASCAR content, news-related, tier list, diecast, etc. Today we're gaming. We're gaming for a very good cause. Murph Turn 2's whole effort on social media. He put this all together. It is Laps for Leukemia. It's a bunch of content creators all week long. Streaming iRacing, Heat 5, any NASCAR game they want. Just raising awareness for the great causes. Ooh, hello. That St. Jude is doing, helping raise funds for St. Jude and all that they do to raise awareness and research for childhood cancer. So make sure to click the link in my bio to donate, if you can, to the cause. I know we are close to the $500 mark, which is amazing. So hopefully you guys can help donate to the cause. Also, some reminders. I have a new video out. I just interviewed Holly Kane. She is an award-winning journalist in this industry. Not only is she an author, I talked to her about her new book, NASCAR Mavericks, but she is a cancer survivor and warrior herself. All around an incredible human being. So make sure to support her. Get her new book, NASCAR Mavericks. Floor it. I love... Okay, let's burn out. Let's do it. Got the W. Okay. Oh, good lord. I'm gonna just burn it out against the wall. Here we go. Let's back it up. Back it up. All right, let's do this. Let me see if I can change the camera angle here. There we go. Seeing the burnout. Eric Jones! I don't know why I'm trying to do this in a Lee Diffie accent. It's totally not. But imagine Eric Jones in the 20 era winning at Bristol. I'm not good at... Oh god, this is such a small track to do a burnout in. This is literally impossible. My goodness. So hopefully you enjoyed that lackluster burnout. There we go. Taylor, what is a way I can grow your following on Twitter? I just love to... Yeah, so for me, on Twitter, like, I started talking about NASCAR on Twitter in 2016. I just wanted to talk to people. I wanted to build a community. I didn't really care about growing my following, and I think at that point when I realized this was like a job that I could do in 2021, I have a degree in journalism and stuff like that. I think I built it without expectations. I built the following on Twitter without expectations or without wanting to, like, I guess, farm growth or farm, I guess, engagement. I built it just because I wanted to meet people. And I think going into building a following with that expectation of building community first versus a following second is helpful. I think a lot of it is just engaging with more people on social media, showing that you are active in the industry, you know, commenting on your followers' posts, commenting on maybe somebody you don't follow, their post, maybe see if you can get a follow out of them. That's always helpful. I would love nothing more than to interview Lee Diffie. I have an interview. I'm reaching out to a driver, a retired driver during the off season. I think he will say yes to the interview. You know, and obviously this isn't even put out there yet, but I want to reach out to a retired driver that I wanted to interview for a long time. One of my buddies is a really big fan of this driver, and I just think it'd be so cool to interview him. And now that he's kind of stepping back into the media space, I'd love to interview him. Lee Diffie is somebody I want to have on the show too, 100%. I feel like I'm breathing into this microphone a lot. I am so sorry, but also new microphone, I guess, for when I do these streams, when I race, which is fun. Let's see, what else can I do? Let me change the driver. I said that was going to be the last one. Maybe we'll do one more. But yeah, I'd love to have Lee on the show. During the off season, for me, I want to highlight more great causes. So having some nonprofit organizations kind of share their story on the show, especially ones that relate to racing. I really want to kind of get involved in helping them out and doing what I can to support them. That's a big thing for me. I love helping people that love helping other people, in giving them a spotlight. For me as well, getting some drivers during the off season. I know it's a time for all of us to relax and chill. I'm still trying to figure out my live stream schedule for the off season, because as much as I said it's important for, the drivers to relax and take some time off to re-energize themselves for the upcoming season. It's also important for the journalists and media to do that as well. Obviously, I'm not back home anymore. I moved in the end of July to North Carolina so I could be closer to the home of racing and just, work within the industry at a closer scale. And for me, the off season is going to be really important for me just to be around family and friends and travel back home as much as I can. So my streaming schedule might be different. I might do like an every other week thing during the off season. I'm still trying to think that through. Dale, oh man, I wish, right? He's not the one I'm talking about reaching out to, but I do really want to reach out to him at some point. I think for me, when I do interviews with people, I think the worst thing you can do is waste somebody's time. When you're at the track, and I think this is one of the worst mistakes people can make as they're just starting out to do journalism, is they just ask a question to hear their voice, or they ask a question just to say they asked a driver a question. And I'm going to be honest, I did that first. At my first race I went to, because I just didn't know what I was doing at Deer in Headlights, I went to the track and I asked any question I could. Like, how do you feel about the race today? What do you feel about the tires? Like, I asked intelligent questions, obviously, but they were questions that if I had a press release that the team put out beforehand, I would have known the answer to. Race weekends are really for quotes to preview maybe weeks in advance. It's to ask maybe more technical questions. It's to get a gauge maybe on sponsorship, some rumors circulating that the team won't address themselves from the drivers. If there's anything controversial that happened the week before, like that's where you get a gauge on those types of things. And I think for me, when I do interviews with drivers on above the yellow line, I want there to be a reason behind it. I don't want to just invite them on to say, I think it'd be cool to interview this person, so I'm going to interview them. I want there to be a story there, just so I feel like I'm not wasting their time. They're not wasting their time on the show. I want it to be a meaningful conversation. So when I schedule these interviews with these people that I have on the show, it's because I feel like we can engage in a meaningful conversation about something that's happening in the sport right now. And that's why I have a lot of media members on the show, like Holly Kane, for instance. She had a new book that just came out. I've wanted to talk to her forever, but I wanted it to be the right time. So having her on to talk about her new book and the state of journalism when the season's over and her journey, because this past week, she shared on social media that last year at this time, she thought her cancer had come back, and it unfortunately did. She underwent several rounds of chemotherapy earlier this year, and in June, I believe, of this year, she announced that she was cancer-free. And so this weekend at Phoenix was a big reflection weekend for her. So it was all encompassing, talking about her new book, and it's NASCAR Maverick. She is definitely a Maverick herself. But it felt meaningful to have her on then. I think about certain content creators I've had on the show, like Ash Vandalay, for instance. We had her on earlier this year, I believe, and she was making some big headway in, like, NASCAR, the Twitch space. She had just, like, put out a whole bunch of videos about, women in motorsports and kind of the unfair disadvantage I think a lot of women have when they step into the sports world. And I was like, let's have a meaningful conversation about this. Let's talk and get into it. And we had a great conversation about it. Connor Zilic, for instance, we had him on in August. I wanted to invite him on the show after I saw him race in the Mazda MX-5 Cup at Mid-Ohio. He did an incredible job. I loved the series. And I'm like, we need to let people know more about this series and what's going on. And I was like, Connor Zilic can speak highly to this. He's a rising star, and he was so gracious when meeting his fans at Mid-Ohio. I'm like, I want to highlight him. And he was like, we could do the interview like August, whatever. He goes, that's actually the day after I'm announcing like my news for next season. I said, oh, okay, cool. And it just worked out super fine. So, a race. Let's do a race as a 36. Sucks. That's crazy. Kenny Schrader, that'd be an awesome interview for sure. Alanis King, that was like, I loved that interview with all my heart. She is such a wonderful, I was about to say lovely and wonderful at the same time. She is a wonderful and lovely human being. Her energy is infectious. Her passion for motorsports is beyond anything else. She has such a depth of knowledge about the sport that I crave to have myself. And hope to have myself through the off season. I want to do a lot of reading, a lot of researching, and being at least within a reasonable driving distance to teams. I'm able to go to some of these crew members, these teams, and like ask questions and get information during the off season, which is pretty cool. I actually met Eric. Funny enough, I met him at Michigan 2 years ago. Oh my god, I think it was 2 years ago at this point. 2 years ago at this point. It might have been last year. Super nice guy. I don't think I've ever thought of interviewing him. But I think it'd be cool to collaborate. I know a lot of you guys have asked for us to collaborate in the past. And I don't see a problem with that. Everything that he does is phenomenal. Everything that his team does is phenomenal. His team is so nice. Darian, Danny, Jarrett, or the Iceberg. Everyone that works as part of his team are wonderful people, and I've had nothing but the best interactions with them, the kindest things to say about them. Let's see. Also, in case you're tuning in, subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Click the notification bell when we go live tomorrow night at 7. We have our big news that we are announcing tomorrow, and I cannot wait to tell you all. It's been like a year in the making. The past few months have been crazy hectic. I have slept so little the past few months. But we've been working on this announcement for a very long time. I know this is the time of year where everybody is making announcements about their future, what the future holds, so I hate to kind of, I guess, leapfrog into those announcements. This is a very big deal. For those of you that like the content, wanted us to, I guess, not do more, but if you wanted to see some different things out of Above the Line, and if you felt that the content that we were doing was awesome and you wanted to see more, like, we have exciting announcements to announce tomorrow about what our future looks like. For me personally, what my future looks like. Obviously, I announced earlier this week that I left, hello, elevation change. I left TobyChristie.com. I mentioned this story on my social media about that, but this was about a year into when I had Above the Line. The show took off. I didn't expect it to. I made Above the Line as a way to build community. Like I said on Twitter, I created my Twitter profile because I wanted to find community. Back in 2018, I got really sick, and by the fall of 2019, hello grass, that's a crazy elevation change. By the fall of 2019, I was bedridden. I couldn't move without passing out, stand up without passing out, and it was a really scary time. I had no clue what was going on with my body. I had no answers, and the only thing I could do was just be on social media. I lost my community at college, and it was a matter of, okay, how do I build this back? And the one thing that meant the most to me at the time was NASCAR, something that I looked forward to, something that kept me going through the worst of times. And I started my Twitter account and paved it towards NASCAR really in like 2019 to build community. And I started Above the Line in 2021 to gain my community back. I made so many good friends online through the NASCAR community on Twitter, and seeing that carry over to the show was really cool. My best friends in the whole wide world, Ben, Adam, Dom, Rob, I met them all through Twitter, and we all are best friends to this day. We go to the track together. We have parties together, whether it's race watching parties, birthdays, etc. Like, we are truly like best friends, and that all came through Twitter, and it all came through Above the Line. And so when I created the show, that's what I was hoping for. I didn't expect it to do what it's done, which is nothing short of amazing. But all that to say, going back to the Toby Christie stuff, he reached out to me in 2022, a year into when I had the show running, and he said, hey, call me. I have some questions about Above the Line. And Toby is a media member that I've been following for a long time. When he first started the website a few years prior, and that's where I got all my NASCAR news. So I was like, oh crap, Toby wants to talk to me. Okay, let's hear him out. He asked me if I wanted to put my show on his platform just to kind of help boost me what I was doing, and I without hesitation said yes. And like I said on the post on Twitter, it was the best decision I've ever made. The amount I've learned from Toby and the entire team there has been incredible. While I was working with Toby Christie, I was also a full-time college student getting my degree in journalism. I was doing internships at our local TV station. I was doing ringside reporting for the CCHA. I was helping with the school's radio station. I was doing the school's newscast. I was also working with driver development companies, doing marketing and social media for them. I did it all as a full-time college student. But I learned so much from Toby, going to the track, how to ask questions, what questions to ask, sources, looking up factual information. Like, I learned so much from him, and I am excited to continue collaborating with them. even if I'm not going to be at tobychristie.com, continue to collaborate with them in different ways, cross paths at the racetrack with everything I'm doing next year, and I know what Toby will continue to do. I'm excited to see some of the folks that are part of the Toby Christie.com channel kind of have, hopefully get more opportunity, and I think that's kind of just who Toby is, and even to Krista, his wife, is they've offered so many opportunities to so many people that they've seen potential in, that just want to do something in this industry, that are passionate about it, and they've changed my life. I would not be moved in North Carolina, working with Racing America, doing any of this if it wasn't for them taking a chance on me. That one moment, you think about butterfly effects and like picking a path and like seeing how one moment impacts someone's entire life. That was that moment for me. Professionally, and I'm glad to call Toby and Krista like really good friends and basically family to me. So we left obviously on very good terms. It was just time for me to move on and do this endeavor that I'm going to be announcing tomorrow, at least part 1 of 3 of my new endeavors. And oh gosh, hate the exit of that turn. And yeah, I guess very, very long story long. Sorry guys, but it's been a crazy few weeks, as you all know. But I'm excited to see you all pop into the stream, chat with me, say hey. Obviously, again, turn on the notification bell for the stream tomorrow night at 7, where we have our major announcement. I'm talking about the future of the show, what you can all expect, kind of my future, what I'm doing in the industry, and all this other stuff. But it's going to be a major announcement. I think we've kept it under wraps really well. I don't know. I haven't seen anyone guess it online, surprisingly. I haven't seen anyone guess anything. And there's more to the announcement than what I'm going to announce tomorrow. That's all the stuff I'm able to say for now. So when it all comes out farther, you guys will understand. So yeah. Also, the past few weeks have been crazy too. We had our logo on a freaking race car. Like, that's insane. On 2 race cars. Sponsoring Logan Bearden at Martinsville in the Mike Harmon Racing number 74. And then sponsoring Patrick Emmerling at Phoenix, which was super cool. That was a surprise to me. We sponsored Logan Bearden very last minute at Martinsville. They needed somebody to help sponsor some tires, and I said, sure, why not? I like Logan, I like his story. So we jumped in, and then they said, hey, for just doing this, and we appreciate you, we're going to put you on a car at Phoenix. And I was like, holy crap, really? So that was a dream come true for me. We had the privilege of working with Brayton Laster for the year before. He graciously put us on his car in ARCA. But to have our logo not only on his car then, but then a year later to have it on an Xfinity Series car was incredible. So that's been going on. That's been crazy. A lot of work behind the scenes. But yeah, it's always good to step back and do some of these streams. Obviously, this is for a very good cause. Again, thank you to Murph Turn 2 for putting this all together. Last for Leukemia, it's a bunch of content creators or sim racers in the motorsports world coming together for the common cause of raising awareness and raising funds for the wonderful work that the people at St. Jude do to help research childhood cancer and to help those families and those kids that have been impacted by this. Cancer is an awful disease. It's awful. I've had family members impacted by various levels of cancer. I have friends that have been impacted, their families, and it's hard to see. So I am so happy to help any way we can, and hopefully you can help in any way you can by donating. And the link in my bio to help raise awareness. I believe we are either just at that $500 goal or we've surpassed it at this point. But again, thanks to Murph Turn 2 for putting this together, all the content creators that are involved in this. I'm so glad to see them all, doing something bigger than themselves and helping raise funds for this cause. I'm so happy to be part of it. It's been a busy past few weeks, like I said, for raising funds and raising awareness for really good causes. And obviously, you guys know my partnerships as well with some veteran nonprofits and some mental health organizations that I take health and supporting others very seriously. And so when we can do that, I'm more than happy to do that on this platform. So thank you all for tuning in, helping raise funds, raise awareness. I appreciate it. I know I've been going around this track for so long. Let's actually go to a race at this point. Return to garage. Oh yeah, the stop motion series. I've seen that. You bring up a very good point, West Edits. Ohio is not mid. I am from Ohio. Ohio born and raised, transplanted myself to North Carolina this past year. Ohio is a beautiful state. Everyone just craps on it, and I don't get it sometimes. I really don't. I love the state. There's so much to do, so much to see. It's beautiful there. There's parts of North Carolina where I'll be driving around and I'm like, this reminds me of home. And I think that's why I gravitated towards North Carolina so much outside of the motorsports part of it. It really was like, oh, like, this feels like home. Yeah. Alright, you guys. We'll do this race, and then we'll probably call it. But let's see how I do at Mid-Ohio. Also, this is such an underrated track. I wish the Xfinity Series went back here, but also, they need to update the crap out of this track. The facilities need updated. The stands need updated. This track, I believe, they did repave it, I believe. So at least there's that. But the fact that IndyCar was like, we might not return here, but we're not sure. Like, that says something to me. Oh, I have to work my way from the back of the pack to the front. Shouldn't be a problem. So, yeah, this track needs some serious updates. I can't jump. Okay, there we go. Didn't jump. Didn't change my position. We're good. But it is such a fun track. I loved going here when I was living in Ohio. Every IndyCar race I could for the past 2 years, I believe, at this point. I went to the Mazda MX-5 Cup race, the IMSA races, anything I could go to, I did. It's such a wonderful track. It is an amazing facility, though. Like I said, it does need some major updates. But nevertheless, it is super fun. If you guys have a chance to go to Mid-Ohio for IndyCar this coming year, please do. Also, again, as a reminder, we have our big announcement on the stream tomorrow night at 7, so make sure to tune in, turn on the notification bell to this channel so you guys know when we go live to hear the announcement. We'll have our superlatives, our NASCAR, ATYL NASCAR Awards show tomorrow night as well, so it'll be a packed stream. It'll probably be one of our longer streams, about 2 hours. We will probably do our announcement, not probably, we will do our actual announcement at 7:30, but we'll kick the stream off at 7, recapping the championship weekend, talking about some NASCAR news as we lead into our news that we're sharing tomorrow at 7:30. The stream does start at 7, so make sure to join us when you can. I am off track, and that's totally fun. I've taken photos from the side of the track. It's fun to, like, with a track that you've seen and you know super well, which I should know this better than I actually do driving wise, but it's so fun to see a track in a game and be like, oh my god, I stood in that corner and took photos, or I stood in this corner and took photos. This turn is so gnarly. Back in 2022, for the ARCA race, I was standing in that corner when there was a huge wreck, and I got photos of it, and I was like, oh my god, like, this is alright, we can do this, we can work our way up. Alright. Exiting of turn 1, you got a little bit of a long straightaway. Try to clear some cars, but I kind of can't, and it's totally fine. Go into this little bit of a little hairpin right here. Alright, Dennis, I am on the way. Go to the straightaway. Here we go. Let me get to Denny's. Oh, Denny, you cut me off, you sly dog. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, we got it, we're good. Alright, Eric. Alright, Eric Amarola, I see you. I'm gonna, I was gonna take that turn much slower than I decided not to. I'm gonna go to the inside, go under the bridge. Oh boy. This is gonna be close, guys. I don't know if I can get to first. Actually, wait, there's another lap. I got this. We got this. Here's the bridge that no one's able to cross, which is quite a bummer. I think that would be really awesome, because otherwise you have to go all the way around to the other side of the track to get to the other side of the track. Like, there's no way to cross in between. It's quite abysmal. Ryan Newman. Okay, alright. You go, you. Probably ran him off the track a little bit, and that's fine. We're gonna be competitive here today. Again, I am any iRacer's worst nightmare. Oh, I tried to look at my chat and I went off road. My bad. Again, I need something when I start doing some more of these to where I can look at my chat a lot easier in front of my eyes and not have to like look with my head. Also, as we wrap up this stream, as this race is winding down, make sure to click the link in my bio to raise money for Laps for Leukemia. All the funds go to the St. Jude Hospital. Oh, Lord, we're good. Raising funds for all of their great efforts that they do and all the people that they help. I believe we are either close to the $500 mark or we had surpassed it, so thank you all who have been able to give. It means a lot. And if you are on Twitter and you are viewing this, make sure to go to my Twitter account where I will have the link up as soon as the stream is over to where you can donate. But again, thanks to Murph Turn 2 for putting this whole event together. All the other content creators that have been part of this, helping raise funds and raise awareness for an incredible cause during this entire week, which is super cool. Come on, there we go. Bring her home. Oh my god, the temperature in my car was rising. Rowan Atwood. Okay, yeah, Rowan's cool. Rowan's really cool. I never got to meet him, but he actually, funny enough, I think like lived really close to where I grew up. My brother said he swore he saw them at our local Target. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. And I was like, there's no way you did. And he like showed me a picture. I'm like, oh crap, you did see him at our local Target. There we go. Ooh, I'm dizzy. There we go. ATYL Reddick wins at Mid-Ohio. Oh, wall. Man, the 8 era of Tyler Reddick. What a time. Feels like it was, God, not even yesterday. That was an interesting time for Tyler. All right, burning it down, and we're gonna quit. Cool. 508, wonderful. Thank you all so much for donating. I appreciate it. Murph, thank you so much for updating that total. I appreciate it. You didn't miss hello. All right, everybody. We're going to end the stream here. Thank you all so much for tuning in and for helping raise funds towards this incredible cause, Laps for Leukemia. Again, Murph Turn 2, thank you so much for putting this all together. I will post a link on my Twitter profile after I log everything off. To ways to donate to this cause all week long. Again, it is an incredible feat that we are raising funds for Laps for Leukemia, the research at St. Jude, and all the wonderful work that they do. So thank you so much. You've seen it on the screen this entire time, but to thank some of my partners, obviously Goat Locker Racing, a 501c3 nonprofit organization dedicating to building community for our nation's heroes, our first responders, our veterans, through iRacing. They have streams and leagues pretty much every single night. One of my good friends, Howie DiSavino, real-life race car driver, is participating in those on Friday nights. He is really fun to watch those streams, so make sure to watch the streams at Goat Locker Racing. Go support them at goatlockerracing.org. Next up, one of my partners focused towards mental health. I struggle with mental health myself. I've gone through battles of deep depression, anxiety throughout my life, and when I found out about Courtney Jordan, and her company, The Bright Mentality, I wanted to partner with her right away. I love her cause. I love her mission to help those with mental health, as she's gone through a bunch of mental health battles herself. And helping people find light in the darkness where we can kind of be consumed sometimes by our mental health. So go to thebrightmentality.com and learn how you can get some of her self-help books, some of the other, I guess, organizations or other causes that she helps along the way. But I appreciate The Bright Mentality for helping me out here, as well as Happy Hour Racing. You all know I love racing merchandise, and I don't have my hats here, but I'm hopefully going to build like a hat wall in my office of all the hats that I've gotten from Happy Hour Racing. If you use the promo code Taylor at checkout, you get 10% off your order. Officially licensed NASCAR merchandise, Formula One merchandise, IndyCar merchandise. I only trust them with my merchandise now. So go there, click the link in my bio on my bio site or on my website abovetheline.com for ways to get some merchandise. But yes, I appreciate you all coming into the stream. Go to abovetheline.com to check out more about us, what we do, and then of course our major announcement tomorrow night at 7. Do not miss it. You want to be here. Turn on the notification bell to know when we go live, when we post new videos. This is like the great Midwestern goodbye. I'm saying so much in so little time. But I appreciate you all. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for helping raise funds for a great cause all week long. We're still going to be raising funds, so just keep that in mind. Again, Murph Turn 2, thank you so much for everything you've done to put this together, and hopefully we can continue raising funds for the great cause, for everything that's going on for St. Jude and everything like that. But thank you all so much. I will see you all tomorrow. Again, do not be late. Same time, same place. But we are having our big announcement tomorrow. I am so excited. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you.